Hey! Welcome back to the channel where we help you navigate the modern world of work. Now, if you've been scrolling through LinkedIn or catching up with friends, you've probably noticed something. Telework is no longer just a trend. In fact, it's becoming the norm for millions of workers worldwide. But here's the question we're asking today. Telework versus office work. What's the difference? Which one's better? And most importantly, which one fits your lifestyle? We'll dive into the pros, cons, and everything in between to help you figure out if you're more of a roll out of bed and start working kind of person, or if you thrive on the hustle and bustle of the office. And hey, if you're new to the channel, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for all things career, productivity, and yes, a little bit of fun. And we'd love to hear your thoughts. Comment below with which work style you prefer and why. Is your dream job telework, or are you all about that office life? Let's kick things off with telework, or as I like to call it, the I can work in my pajamas dream. Alright, so teleworking means working from home, or any location outside of the traditional office space. And let's be real, for a lot of people, this is the ultimate freedom. But is it all it's cracked up to be? Let's break it down. So, first of all, no commuting. Zero. Zilch. Nada. And that, my friend, is a game changer. Imagine, you wake up, roll out of bed, maybe grab some coffee, and boom, work starts. No more fighting traffic, no more crammed subway rides with a stranger's elbow in your face. Sound good? It is. But hold up, because it's not all sunshine and rainbows, and the bedroom to office transition isn't always as smooth as it sounds. One of the biggest perks of telework is flexibility. You can set your own schedule, within reason of course, work in a way that matches your natural rhythm. And let's be honest, work from the comfort of your couch if that's what you're into. You also get to save money on gas, lunch, and let's be real, the I got no time snacks you usually get in the office vending machine. But here's the thing, telework requires discipline. If you're someone who struggles to get up before noon, or you're too easily distracted by Netflix and your dog asking for snacks every 30 minutes, this lifestyle might not be for you. The thing with telework is self-motivation. You're not just working from home, you're essentially running a small office of one. And trust me, it's easy to get caught up in personal stuff. Laundry, dishes, you name it. And let's not forget the Zoom fatigue. Working from home means endless virtual meetings, and sometimes it feels like you're living in a screen. I mean, how many times can you pretend to be interested in the PowerPoint that's clearly being read off a slide by someone who's just as bored as you? Another downside is lack of social interaction. Sure, you can have virtual happy hours with your coworkers, but it's just not the same as grabbing a coffee in the break room. And for people who thrive on face-to-face interaction, telework can feel a little isolating. Now let's talk about office work. You know, the classic 9-to-5 grind. It's the traditional style that's been around for ages, and despite the rise of telework, is still the go-to for many industries. If you're into structure and routine, then the office life might be your jam. You wake up at the same time every day, get dressed, no, you're not working in your pajamas, sorry, and head out the door to meet your colleagues in person. One of the biggest benefits of office work is the clear distinction between work and home life. When you're in the office, you're on the clock. When you're home, you're off it. It's almost like flipping a switch between professional mode and relaxation mode. If you're someone who has trouble separating work from personal life, this is a game changer. And of course, there's the social aspect. For some people, the office is more than just a place to work. It's where they make connections, collaborate, and feel motivated by their team. The energy you get from working alongside people, feeding off each other's ideas and brainstorming in real time is something you can't replicate via Zoom calls or Slack messages. But let's be honest, commuting can be a drag. Whether you're driving, taking the subway, or hopping on a bus, the time spent getting to and from the office is like a little mini break in your day. You're either spending money on gas or dealing with the sheer anxiety of trying to catch the bus on time. Either way, it's not ideal. And then there's the whole office politics situation. You know, trying to figure out if it's appropriate to ask your manager for a day off when they've had their third cup of coffee and still look like they're ready to bite someone's head off. We've all been there. Also, you have to deal with the distractions of the office. coworkers popping by your desk, the printer constantly jamming, and that one person who just won't stop talking about their weekend plans. But hey, that's all part of the office charm, right? So now we're at the final round. Let's compare telework and office work side by side. Here are the pros and cons of each work style, so you can decide which one suits you best. Let's talk about flexibility. Telework. You can work anywhere, anytime, as long as you hit your deadlines. Total flexibility. Let's talk about social interaction. Telework. You get to chat with your coworkers through virtual meetings or Slack, but you miss those coffee breaks and casual water cooler chats. Office work. You get to see your team face-to-face, interact with clients in person, and catch up on gossip, which is a surprisingly important part of any office. Let's talk about work-life balance. Telework. Work and personal life can easily blur. You may end up working late or getting distracted by personal tasks. Office work, you can leave the work at work. When the day ends, you're out of there. But you've got to deal with that long commute. Let's talk about distractions. Telework. Oh boy, your dog, the dishes, Netflix. Distractions are everywhere at home. Office work. You'll deal with coworkers, loud printers, and awkward conversations by the copier, but hey, at least you get to be outside of your house. Alright, so there you have it, folks. Telework versus office work, the ultimate showdown. There's no one-size-fits-all answer, but hopefully, now you have a better understanding of what each option has to offer. So, which one's for you? Let us know in the comments below. Do you prefer the flexibility of telework or do you thrive on the structure of office life? And hey, if you liked this video, don't forget to like, comment, and share it with your friends who might be struggling with their work from home versus office work decision. Until next time, stay productive, stay balanced, and keep hustling. See you in the next video.